Hello and welcome to Puttering Outdoors. Again, we're in the garage today. Like being in the garage, it's a good place to be. But we're just gonna be doing a couple of odds and ends, a few little projects here and there. The first thing that's on the agenda is to fix up that generator. That generator, it works good, but the only thing is the fuel pump leaks a little bit, and after it runs for about 10 minutes it dies, and I think it's because the fuel pump leaks. I think it's starting to drop some air, and then it kills the motor. So I ordered up this another fuel pump off Amazon, this thing here, so we're just gonna replace that. Should only take like 10-15 minutes, but yeah, let's get to it. First thing to do is to shut off the gas here. So when I take off the gas line, the gas is not just gonna come flowing out. I also, in the kit that I ordered, I also got a fuel filter. You can see it right here, so I'll add that as well. Change the fuel filter. This one here, it looks okay, but I want to make sure that it's not restricting the gas going there. Like I said, it was cutting out after 10 minutes of running, so I'm not sure if it was because this was restricting the gas or because this was leaking. I'll replace both and it'll eliminate that issue. I'll also check the oil to make sure the oil's right, because there are sensors on this machine that if the oil's too low, it'll shut off the machine. It won't allow it to run, and that's a good safety measure. And I'll check that as well. I think this is shut off. You can twist it in and twist it out. I think that's shut off. I will disconnect the gas line here and drain the gas that's in the gas line. Let me go get a flathead screwdriver. I gotta get ready to screw in the shutoff valve if I guessed wrong. Well, I guessed wrong. I guess I had shut it off before storing it for the summer. There we go. So here's the old fuel filter. This one here is substantially bigger, and you always got to be careful on this because there's a direction arrow to make sure that the fuel always flows in the right direction, and fuel's going that direction. So we can just insert this. There we go. They gave me new clamps too, but I don't know if these ones are working good. Why change them if they're working good? Save the old ones or the new ones. While I was messing around with that, I could see a little bit of gas came out of here, so it's a true sign that this is leaking. So it's good that we're changing it. So we got 3 hoses connected to this, one here, and one here. Just got to remove those. That's the one we just took out. Well, that's the gas line coming in, I mean. So let's get this one first. They gave us well, in the kit, it comes with maybe 2 feet of, or a foot of gas line and a shut-off valve, but the shut-off valve that I have still works good, so this shut-off valve here, I'll keep it. And here's the gas line that they gave with the extra clips. Tight fit in there. Wonder if it's easier to take it out of there. Okay, I got an idea. It's very tight quarters to work in here. If I remove this top panel, I'll have a lot more room to work. So let me go ahead and remove those. Hopefully I can. They seem pretty rusty, but yeah. What's the worst that can happen? I break a bolt? Surprised it came out as easy as it did. There, that's better. Can actually see what I'm doing now. I'm sure you guys can too. Still can't get it. There you go. I got it. So yeah, this one down here, I just removed it from the overhead valve cam or cover. I think it might be easier to take it out that way. Yeah, let's try this out. Okay, let's remove these 2 bolts now. Is it the same size as what was on top? No. Of course not. Let me remove this harness out of the way. Tell you to change one thing, you gotta have the thing apart. There. That's gonna help. I'm gonna try to remove it from the filter side instead, see if it's easier. Oh yeah, much easier. So here's the old filter, or fuel pump. And this one was leaking. Oh. And this is the replacement one. Now let me check to see where this fuel line goes to see if I should replace it or not. I don't even know if I have enough fuel line for that. Okay, that fuel line goes into the carburetor underneath here, which is under the air filter. I don't think I'm going to bother taking out the air filter and air filter housing to replace this line. It's not that bad. It's got a couple of cracks, but it doesn't go all the way through. It's just the surface outer layer of the fuel hose. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and replace the fuel filter or fuel pump. Just gonna snug it up. Don't want to put it too tight because you don't want to split the plastic. It's only plastic. So now connect the wire loom back down here. Might as well check the air filter while I'm at it, since you need to take off this top cover to check the air filter. The air filter looks pretty good. Got a little bit of dust on the outside here on the pre-filter, but it's not bad at all. Calling that good. I've only used this generator once so far, and it was to pump some water out of the pond in order to flood it in the winter. We do have a pond back here, and that's what I used to flood the pond, but it doesn't work really good. I mean, the pump works good. It brought up a lot of water, but the thing is that the water was a little dirty and it froze too quick. I wasn't too happy with that, and that's why we built our custom-made ice resurfacer. We got a video on that, or a series of videos if you want to go watch it. So let's put this lid back on, and then we can call this little project done. So now I'm just going to open up the fuel valve here, and we can see the fuel flowing into the fuel filter. Then I'll close it again. And there you go, the fuel's filling up. I see no leaks. That's great. I won't turn it on yet because we're in the garage. I don't want to fill the garage full of fumes, and so I'll try it out some other day. Okay, so it's been a week since I fixed that generator, maybe a little over a week, where I replaced the fuel pump. And I replaced it just in time because we had a big storm go through here, and we lost power for 70 hours. And let me tell you, that generator came clutch. Like it really, man, it made a big difference to have no power where we live out in the country. We get our water from a well, not from city service. Hot water, everything was running just fine. We saved all the food in our fridge, and the way the house is wired, thank God to the previous owners, they have a sub panel that when we connect the generator to the house, that sub panel operates pretty much the first floor and the bathroom upstairs, and of course it keeps our fridge going, our freezer going. I mean, we didn't have the stove running, but that's quite all right. I mean, you know, we can manage to get some food that we don't have to cook, but having that generator and having hot water that you can shower, and man, it was a lifesaver. But anyways, I'm glad I made that fix. It ran fine. I mean, it ran for, you know, I mean, every day for 3 days in a row, from 6 a.m. to like 11 p.m. non-stop. I put about $200 in gas in there. Yeah, it worked great. So it was a good fix, and I did it just in time. Okay, the next thing I want to work on is adding a water separator for my air compressor. Right now I don't have anything to remove the water from the air, and I bought myself a plasma cutter, and in order to use a plasma cutter and for it to not, you know, go through the consumables really quick, you should have the driest air as possible going to it. So I want to install this. I bought this off Amazon. It's quite a bit smaller than I expected, to be honest with you, but let's try it out and see how it works. So the first things first, I gotta attach the pressure gauge to the regulator here. So I'm just gonna add some Teflon tape and screw that in. Teflon tape is such a joy to work with. That's a little sarcastic, by the way. First, let me go find a wrench that'll fit in there. Looks like it's an 11mm wrench. I'm just trying to tighten it till the display's right side up. Okay, there's that. So now it's to try to figure out how to mount it to the wall. I got two mounting brackets here. I gotta see where my air hose reel is to see if I can make it stand out a little bit, because I think I'm gonna connect that directly to the reel using one of these fittings. Here's my air hose reel, and I have a quick connect connecting it to that. my air hose, if you can see, goes down there to the air compressor down there. I gotta figure out, so if I take this out, there's still a little bit of air in this pipe. I'm surprised. Haven't turned this on in a couple of weeks. If I remove this, I might be able to connect. That'd be hard to twist. I'm gonna have to figure something out. It'd be nice if I had an extra one like this. Then I could just connect it directly to that. Let me see if I have one. Okay, after digging around and thinking things through, this device actually shipped with this quick connect. So I can use this on one end, but the thing is that I can't mount this directly to the wall and into the hose reel because there's a difference in distance from the wall. So I'd either have to, you know, unmount the hose reel or dig a hole in the wall, which I don't want to do. So I need an extra, I guess, section of hose. And I found this. I have this one. It's way longer than what it needs to be, but it'll do. And this one's got a quick connect on the end already, so all I gotta do is swap out a quick connect for this one, and then it should be able to work. So, and I gotta install this quick connect onto this end, so the existing hose can connect into this, and then this will go. Oh, just a sec. No, the air's got to go that way. I got little arrows on top here to show which way the air's got to go. I was planning on mounting it on that side, but I guess I'm gonna have to mount it on this side. It doesn't matter. Let me start putting the connections together. So the air's gonna go in here. It's gonna come out here. So on this side, I'll connect this. I don't know if you have to put Teflon tape on a plastic fitting, but I will anyways. Rather be safe than sorry. Scared to put it too tight. Since it's only plastic, you don't want to strip it, right? Okay, so now this end that's got the quick connect or the coupling, I'll add this one. That should be the same thread there. I'll probably need a pipe wrench. Geez, what size is that? 18. 18 is the winner. Of course, the adapter is the one that came loose. So I guess I'll have to put this in the vise. Of course not 18. I swear I'm gonna take out every wrench I have in the garage. There. So now I gotta mount this to the hose. Really wondering how airtight these fittings are. I guess we're soon gonna find out. So now that'll fit in there. Perfect. The other hose will connect into this, and this will connect into the hose reel. So now I've got to find screws to mount this. Okay, so here's the air hose reel. I'm gonna mount this right underneath. I got a 2x4 or a stud, 2x6 actually. I got a stud coming down here, so I'll mount this to like that using just some wood screws, and then I'll be able to take this hose, bring it in there. I'll reroute it just so it routes better to here, and then I'll take the other super long hose that I have, the blue one, and I'll connect it from here to the reel, and we should be done. Okay, so it's nice and level now. I got these clamps holding on to the hose. I'm gonna try to remove it. Let me go get a hammer, probably the best thing to do. And a little pry bar. Geez, these things hold on really good. Okay, now I gotta find a way to mount this to here. And this will go right in there. Here, if I can mount that right there, actually, that'd be nice. There, perfect. All right, here's what I came up with. I found this in my stash, and that should work. That should work really good. So let me just drill a poly hole so I can drive this in. Battery's dead. Drill's acting funny. Alright, I'm gonna go turn on the compressor. I'll pause for this because it's loud. Okay, so this fitting, I don't know if you can hear that. It has to be perfectly straight in order for it to not leak. So I'm gonna try to rig up a board behind here so I can mount this with a clamp or something, because I don't like it leaking like that. It's not great, but it seems to work good. You can adjust the pressure. The tank right now is at 100 psi or 125. This here, I'll bring it up to 125 once I got this part figured out. Although it seems better now that, yeah, see, it's not leaking anymore now that I got more pressure. You can hear the air hose expand as I add more pressure. I guess I don't have to do anything with this. This works great too. So if ever there's water in here, I can just quickly drain it. I haven't drained the water at the bottom of the tank, and it's been a while. But I don't use that tank too often. Here, I'll show you what kind of air compressor I have. It's a Campbell Hausfeld. It works really good. It served me really. I got this for my Christmas present, I think, one year. And man, this is yeah, I like it. Changing tires is a blast. I don't have a lot of air tools for it. I do have a air gun, but besides that, I don't have much more. So that looks like it's gonna work. I guess the next thing to do would be to try the plasma cutter, I guess, just for fun. Never used a plasma cutter in my life. It's the first time for everything, right? Okay, so this is the plasma cutter that I got, the BestArc BTC500DP. I've seen a lot of good reviews about it. I'm gonna turn it on for the first time, see what it looks like. And you can adjust the air pressure. You should be in the green. So yeah, about, I don't know, 55 PSIs, I guess. Sounds about right. You can adjust your amperage. I'm on 220 volt here, so I can go right up to 50 amp, the max. And you can turn on the air. You can see that the air works. 2T and 4T. Well, 2T is when you press the trigger, it starts and it keeps running until you let go of the trigger. The 4T is when you press and let go of the trigger, it starts and you'll stop next time you press and let go of the trigger. Don't like that mode myself. I'll always be on 2T. I guess 4T would be nice when you want to cut a really long stretch. And this here, PT, is how long the air will flow after you let go of the trigger to cool off your the nozzle, the consumables. Right now it's set at 3 seconds. You can bring it up to as high as 15 seconds. So I'll put it at 5. And PA, I have no idea what PA is. PA is the pilot arc. What it is, that if your gun is not touching metal anymore, it can still produce the flame for up to 5 seconds or whatever what she set it as. So let's say if you're cutting a piece of metal and you hit, I don't know, a piece of tape, or if there's ridges in the metal and doesn't quite touch the metal anymore, it won't cut out the flame altogether. It'll keep going for an extra 5 seconds, and just to make sure that you keep a consistent cut. So let me connect a piece of metal so to give it a test cut. Yeah, and we'll give it a shot. Holy wowzers, that went through that real quick. Not a problem at all for 1/8 inch thick metal. Let's try 1/4 inch thick, see what it does. I went a little bit too quick there at first, but not a problem. If I had a straight edge to follow, I'm sure I could do a really nice cut. Had to stop the video for a sec because of the compressor, but man, this does a really good job. Just got to control my speed a little bit better. It's a little jerky. Once I get this dialed in, boys, had no problem cutting the 1/4 inch thick flat bar. So yeah, I got that plasma cutter for a project that's coming up. I'm not going to say more about that project. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do it yet, but it looks like it since I bought the plasma cutter, and I'm going to, you know, see if I can get it done. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna keep on working. I'm gonna work on something else, but I'm gonna make another video out of that because I think it's gonna be a somewhat of a bigger project. But thank you for, you know, hanging out in the garage with me today. You know, I got a lot of fun just puttering around in the garage and trying to make things better and things a little bit more useful. There's going to be a lot more coming from this channel, so if you like it, subscribe and hope to see you in the next one.